You don't know me, I don't know you, but I like anime and you also do. If not, why be here? Windbreaker.
Brother, ugh.
Well, it's more like Tokyo Revengers, but without the cringe sauce. Anime is good, animations are lit. It's a 12-episode anime with full of action. I know people are comparing this with Tokyo Revengers, but the thing is... One fight in an episode in this anime covers the whole anime in Tokyo Revengers in terms of animations and quality, so... I saw a lot of people were saying that this anime literally same with Tokyo Revengers. I mean, no shit, Sherlock. What kind of mangaka would create an anime about 12-year-old high school kids fighting over a territory and shit? And yeah, there are a couple of characters inspired, maybe stolen, but the stories are totally different. Tokyo Revengers in question shows us a main character who can switch between two timelines while solving some problems caused by some characters or events. The Windbreaker, on the other hand, is simply a shonen anime that just a main character punches other characters for being the best puncher in town. I don't know. To be honest, there are no supernatural powers are used in the anime, as in goes for Tokyo Revengers. Just a character that wants the crown of being the most powerful protagonist and joining a gang while getting used to people and places. To be more elaborate, because of his appearance and lack of social skills, our main character Haruka Sakura, whom an outcast child, becomes master of fighting. All his pride comes from his fists and wants to be better at fighting. So as to get stronger, he joins a gang known for brutal, quarrelsome and ruthless fighters. But he finds out that the gang, even though quarrelsome and ruthless, they are actually trying to protect the town from punks. And our protagonist, even though in his way to be powerful, he joins the Furin's high school gang and tries to find out what is power and how to be powerful in his journey. I mean, that's what we call shonen, ain't it? In conclusion, Windbreaker is a good, chill anime for a one-night stand relationship. I watched all its episodes over a night. With its 50-50 story, funny scenes and good fights blended with good animations and characters, especially our protagonist Sakura makes this anime a gold. I like Sakura as a character, a guy that excluded from society and his peers. To get better at socializing with other people, he tries his best and get to know other people. He's blushing when he gets compliments and such make this anime wholesome. Though I believe that Sakura is lacking from main character syndrome, and I guess it's because the animation studio wanted to express its story through the fights rather than the story, which I respect the most after watching the Tokyo Revengers. You know, all those tears coming from Takemichi every goddamn season and couple of episodes that makes you cringe. But for the side characters, I probably would choose Revengers over Breaker because of the more screen time played for those characters. And I love the gang's leader. You know, that white-haired blue-eye guy that loves our protagonist Itadori Yuji, Nobara, Megumi and Yuta. Wait. I guess I scrambled the text. Shit. But for real, even the voice actors are the same. And I want to talk about that yellow-haired Zenitsu guy. I hate these guys at anime. If you create characters like this and think these characters are wholesome, you're my op, my G. Well, overall, it's a good anime to watch. The animations never goes worse than it is, and I probably would also say the last fight of the anime goes lit. If you like animes like Tokyo Revengers, excluded with cringe factors, then you'll probably like it. Kaiju number 8. So we have a very problematic patient in here. Doc, I need your assistance in here. We're losing the patient. Come on, Doc. Add him some cool isekai ass serum. Yes, this review will take more comparing to the Windbreaker. Let's get this over with. First of all, what was all that hype? From beginning to end, all those overrated. When this anime dropped and rated 8.4 at IMDb, I was like, damn, we have some good anime stuff. But Truth going nowhere near, of course. So I gotta remind you that when you rate an anime 10 out of 8, you mean that it has the same quality of Vinland Saga, Jujutsu Kaisen, or Chainsaw Man. At least compared to these animes, you surely need something to overcome them. Look, I ain't saying it's a bad anime or whatsoever. What frustrated me was all that hype. First manga dropped and it blew hard, and then the anime. Anime itself ain't that bad. It's just so mad in my opinion. We're gonna come to that. When I started to watch, my little brother came up to my door and said that the visual quality goes far back to 2012. And I was like, wait a minute, you're right, nothing is getting detailed. Animations are uninspired. It reminds me that these high school animes with 12 episodes, same visual quality, and most importantly, there were not much of an animated part. Even the first expression of a kaiju shown in CGI. At first, facing with our protagonist, Kafka, I thought that now we're watching something different around the shonen borders. I mean, he's a 32-year-old guy and working as a kaiju corpse cleaner, which turned a light on my head. We were familiar with the protagonists with infinite power or powered by some random stuff, but our character Kafka worked so hard to be a defense force soldier, but couldn't make it till he turned 32. But after all that, after the character development and some filler episodes, our guy just gets his power by random kaiju that gets eaten by him. Look, story ain't the strongest part of the anime, so I'm gonna go brief as possible. So our protagonist, Kafka, his hometown gets destroyed. And also, he has a childhood friend called Mina. Because of the destruction of their hometown, they wanted to work as a defense force soldier, which a organization tasked with protecting Japan from colossal monsters known as Kaiju. But it turns out to be that our guy Kafka, as a 32-year-old guy, giving up his dreams, instead works as a Kaiju corpse cleaner. Then he meets with our sidekick, Reno. Their first meeting is so cliche that I'm gonna pass that part here. The thing you need to know that Kafka saves that guy from a Kaiju attack. And because Reno thinks Kafka is so cool and stuff, and he turns out to be a humanoid kaiju, his motive in this anime keeping his secret. So then our guy Kafka eats the kaiju and becomes a humanoid one. So with these developments, Kafka becomes the defense force soldier. While hiding his monster secret, our guy tries to be a defense workforce. So the manga serialized in 2020. I remember, even though I don't read much of a manga, that shit blew hard. And people were saying that the action, humor, and moreover the storytelling were peak, which I found ridiculous. If you ain't serve your story as Vinland Saga, instead of telling me some random isekai ass story, I would laugh at your face. So, I saw that people are happy with the anime adaptation too, which I thought I was facing with a masterpiece. People were saying that the pacing well balanced and saying that the animations and the art style is peaked. But in my opinion, there were not much of a kaiju fights, and if I'm not mistaken, there were two major fight scenes. The one that you increase the contrast of the animation so that people, I don't know, don't get epilepsy or something, which made me irritated. I mean, when an anime does that and people support the idea of it, you're my ops. I mean, who would conceal the good part of the animation with putting contrast on it? I mean, animations were made except of the kaiju body. Though character designs are also made, so I don't know, is it a plus or something? It's like Chainsaw Man for kaijus, Demon Slayer with special weapons and their skills, and random isekai storytelling with fire force sprinkles on it. But soundtracks, interesting that the main theme music is good, not gonna lie. This anime just reminds me Ninja Kamui. They both start as fire and goes bad. And beginning of the anime and getting the main plot on its way takes a lot of time. Look, I'm saying it again. Anime is not bad, though it just ain't the special. That's what I'm saying. But I like the motive of the protagonist. Even though he is 30, he tries to catch his dreams, even though he is insufficient. Overall, Kaiju no Hachi, or in other words, Kaiju number 8, is a promising anime. It ain't bad. It has action blended with humor. Character development is not the greatest, but for 12-episode anime, it is sufficient. It appeals fans of monster battles, of those who appreciate stories of personal growth and redemption. If you're looking for an anime for a one-night stand, you can watch it. And I mean, at the end of the anime, it gets emotional and shit. Of course, after watching some other animes that really peaked, I couldn't even care less. So that was the end of the video. Dude, if you watched this far, I believe you already subscribed. Take care.
Just like seeing love from the first time again.
ゲームマグだ